welcome to my kitchen.
The RTX 3070 launched on October 29th, 2020 for a price of $499.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new GeForce RTX 3070. Let me show it to you. It's a work of art. 20 shader teraflops, 40 RT teraflops, and 163 teraflops tensor core for
But you probably remember what happened next. Crypto mining exploded, supply vanished, and prices shot up to $800 almost overnight. I happened to live near a micro center and managed to grab an Asus TUF version for only $660 during the shortage. And honestly, it's been my daily GPU ever since. That brings us to the real question. How does the RTX 3070 actually hold up in 2025?
It's a work of art.
These tests are paired with the Ryzen 7 5700X3D, one of the strongest processors on the AM4 platform. But I'm currently running it with only 2400 MHz RAM. Thanks to the current AI-driven DRAM shortage, pushing DDR4 and DDR5 prices way up, upgrading RAM isn't really an option. So keep that in mind, this GPU isn't even being tested at its full potential. First up, Rise of the Tomb Raider. This game still scales insanely well, and the 3070 chews through it, averaging around 140 FPS at high settings. It's smooth, stable, and honestly a perfect example of where the GPU still shines in 2025. Next is Rust. When you first spawn in on the beach, I'm sitting at around 80 FPS on high settings, and unfortunately someone started chasing me with their rock. But the moment you get near anything, bases, trees, monuments, anything that's any sort of actual civilization, it dips into the 50s pretty quickly. Dropping the game down to medium settings, though, and the 3070 wakes up. You'll see it push 100 plus FPS with occasional dips in the 70s when you walk around the map. Then there's Hogwarts, which is a visually impressive game, but performance-wise, it's all over the place. Depending on where you stand near the castle, you're either getting 130 FPS or 60 FPS, sometimes dropping all the way down to 35 FPS if you're running on high settings with RTX on. If you turn RTX on, you're definitely going to want to run medium settings for a playable experience. Personally, I'd recommend RTX off plus high settings or RTX on medium settings. This footage is recorded with DLSS quality and no frame generation. I don't like any extra latency.
That should be all for now.
And finally, CS2.
Oh, here we go again.
Let's roll.
This is where 3070 feels totally modern. I play on lower settings for consistency, and I cap my FPS to 250 to reduce those annoying 1% lows. For a 180 Hz display, this is more than enough to keep gameplay smooth and competitive. Here's one round from a game I played. But right after this round, two of my teammates start telling each other off for basically no reason.
Bro, what the fuck they toggled on, bro, for real?
Bro, Orange, shut the fuck up, bro.
Shut up. I thought it was Orange.
No, bro, this nigga goes, what? Push every fucking round and nobody comes through ramp.
So Hokan died.
So shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking fat. So what?
Fucking 11, that is horrible.
Your mom owns.
Just that classic CS2 moment where two people decide it's the perfect time to argue about who even knows what. So yeah, the GPU holds up flawlessly. The teammates, that's just the standard CS2 behavior. No graphics card is going to be fixing that. But for my personal needs, the RTX 3070 still performs incredibly well at 1080p. I've always played at 1080p and it's never given me a reason to upgrade. I even edited this video using this system and it runs my workflow incredibly well. I'm not upgrading anytime soon, but at the prices these sell for today, it's honestly still one of the best value GPUs you could buy for $200. Maybe this is your next daily GPU. Where it does show its age is in AI workloads. Anything large will freeze or crash due to the 8GB VRAM limitation. So in 2025, the RTX 3070 is still a fantastic choice.